Hey, what's up guys and welcome back to Anime King 2, and today I'm going to be giving you part 3 of What If Naruto Was a Smart Prodigy. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual, share this to all of your friends in your social media platform, and also go ahead and check out the new episode of What If Izuna Uchiha Was Naruto's ancestor and enjoy that guys. And over on Anime King, I post a new episode of What If Naruto Went to the Marvel world, so go ahead and check out that and enjoy guys. And later on I'm going to be posting a new episode of What If Naruto was from the two greatest clans, so stay in tune for the rest of the what ifs coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every episode. And yeah, without further ado, remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new guys, and also if this is the first time hearing my voice, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and your support, and yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro.
I think the girls with their nails done now. Girls with their nails done. I think the girls with their
So the last part we left off, Naruto remember when he met the Kyuubi, as the fox thought that he came in here just seeking power. But Naruto wanted to know why did he attack the village all those years ago, as the fox told him he was being controlled by a masked man with a Sharingan. As Naruto sighed in relief as he was happy to hear that, he was glad that the fox didn't do it on his own. As he asked the fox what was his name, Kurama was surprised beyond belief that this boy asked him his name, as he was the first human, his first host to ask him that, as he told him Kurama. As Kurama then said that he will allow Naruto to use his chakra, but he will have to gain his trust first for him to allow him to use more. And Naruto wondered about ripping off the seal, but Kurama said this paper means nothing unless you have the key. As Naruto exited his mindscape, as Yamato saw the cloak appear around Naruto's body, Naruto looked at his hands as he was in perfect control, as a tail was swinging behind him, as the both of them started to spar even more. That was the end of the flashback, as Naruto went to the academy that day, as he came to see his best friend Sasuke after that beaten down. Sasuke had opened up to Naruto, and the both of them became friends. Sasuke even told him about the traumatic situation he faced back then, as Naruto was there for him. Naruto and Sasuke were like the top guys in the class, as Ino and Sakura rushed in as they saw Sasuke, but Ino wasn't focused on Sasuke, she liked Naruto. She just wanted to keep the rivalry up with her best friend, so she didn't tell her. When the group heard that Naruto and Sasuke were going to be on one team, and when they heard Sakura, most of the girls started to curse as they wanted to be on that team. The group then met their late Jonin sensei, which was Kakashi Hatake, as he told him to come tomorrow about the bell test after introducing themselves. They then arrived the next day as Kakashi was talking to them about the bell test, as he told them they were to gather the belt, they would be sent back to the academy. As Naruto started to think about this, he then went to find the others as he realized that this has something to do with teamwork. Yes, it has to be, because there hasn't been a squad with 2 Genins and 1 Jonin, so they work as a team, and eventually in the end, after giving Naruto the lunch, the group passed as Kakashi formed Team 7. Over the couple of weeks, Team 7 did a lot of D-rank missions. The group has really grown as Sakura and the others has gotten a lot stronger with them working together. Kakashi could say right now they were the strongest Genin team that graduated, and Naruto for Genin was beyond the charts. And seeing that he was working in secret with his Mokitan that Kakashi told him he knew about, Naruto was stronger than any Genin right now that graduated out of the academy, as Kakashi believed that it's time for them to get a higher rank mission. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. You guys can switch your cards to place to check it out for yourself, so let's start this new episode. It was a bright and sunny day as 5 people were walking down the road. Those 5 people were Team 7 and their client, as Team 7 was in the diamond formation with Naruto at the front, Sasuke at the left, Sakura at the right, and Kakashi at the back, and Tazuna in the middle. It had been a day since leaving the village to begin their secret mission. Normally, the trip would be less than a day, but seeing that Tazuna is a civilian, they had to keep his pace. The group walked into silence until Sakura spoke. Tazuna-san, you're from Wave Country, right? After he grumbled, what about it? Sakura then turned to Kakashi. Kakashi-sensei, do they have ninjas in Wave Country? No, Kakashi said. This is why they asked for support and help from other nations. As he patted Sakura on her head, as he messed up her hair. Don't worry, there isn't any ninja combat on a C-rank mission, he said. The group walked past a puddle in the road as Sakura relaxed upon hearing that. There wasn't any ninja battle. Yes, they would fight a few bandits here and there, but they weren't ninjas, they were just thieves. And she may have gotten stronger and better after working with her group, but she was still scared of facing off against a real enemy ninja. She was so deep in her thought, she didn't even realize until she heard one down as she turned to see Kakashi being ripped to shreds by the Demon Brothers, Gozu and Miyaizu. The Demon Brothers rushed forward as they took Naruto first as they wrapped him and tied him in their chain. 2 down, they said, as they were about to shred him to pieces. But they watched as he shifted into mud as they tore him apart. Replacement, the both of them thought as they started to feel hotter. They looked up to see the biggest fireball either of them had ever seen. As the heat from it was intense, it felt almost unreal. Genjutsu, thought Miyaizu, as he dispelled the illusion. When he did, a kunai pinned their chain to a tree as a brutal kick connected with Gozu's face, knocking him back by the blonde kid. And Miyaizu got a powerful roundhouse kick from the black hair one, as the both of them were sent in different directions, snapping their chain. But the both of them weren't down, as they slowly picked up themselves, as they turned towards their target, as they have to deal with him as soon as possible, as they dashed forward. But the moment they ran up to Sakura and Tazuna, they suddenly poof. Replacing them was Naruto, 2 Naruto clones in fact, that strike a hard kick under both of their chins. Both Demon Brothers were then grabbed by Kakashi, trapping them under his arm. Good work, team, he said. You handled that perfectly. Great work, my cute little Jenin, as Sakura was guarding the target a distance away as she got him out of there as soon as she saw what the situation was. He then looked over. Tazuna, we need to talk, he said, as Tazuna and Sakura came from behind the tree as Kakashi tied up the Demon Brothers. These are Chunin level Miss Ninjas, said Kakashi, as Gozu interrupted him. How did you react so quickly to us? My team and I could have killed you immediately. We knew you were there for a while. First of all, the blonde is a censor. He secretly signaled to us where you were. And even if Naruto wasn't, it hadn't rained in days. So on a nice hot day like this, there wouldn't be a puddle in the ground. As he then turned to Tazuna, we didn't kill them because I want to find out their target. They were not after us. Here to explain why 2 Chunins are trying to kill you. Our mission is to protect you from bandits and thieves. Ninjas are a B-rank mission at least. Looks like we will have to return home. This mission is out of our scope. Wait, said Tazuna in a pleading voice. I am sorry I deceived you all, but I had no other way to get protection. Our country is very poor, and as a result, I cannot pay for anything over a C rank. As I said before, I'm a bridge builder who is building a bridge to connect Wave to the mainland, because that would keep us away from shipping industries and Goto. Goto is an evil man who has a stranglehold on Wave by controlling the shipping industries and raising costs for those who was trying to move products. He makes life hell for everyone in Wave because of it. Please, I beg you, please help me, because without the bridge, things will only get worse. Kakashi looked indifferent at Tazuna's plea, as Sasuke and Sakura felt bad for him, but Kakashi-sensei did say it was too difficult for them. But Naruto was sobbing and he made tears after hearing Tazuna's plea, as Team 7 knew that Naruto was a sucker for soft stories. How is he so strong and wise, thought Sasuke as he looked at Naruto crying his eyes out. Before Kakashi could say anything, Naruto spoke. Don't worry, old man, we will continue this mission. We will kick Gato's ass, we will save your country, and we will look awesome while doing it. If we do not, my name is not Naruto, Senju. Tazuna looked hopeful after Naruto's speech. As Kakashi just released a sigh, they could have gone home and done something else. But since Sakura and Sasuke look like they want to continue, he has to go now. Well, it seems like we're going. Well, I do expect full payment necessary after you finish doing what you're doing, understood, said Kakashi. As Tazuna thanked them and nodded yes. As Team 7 continued their now B-rank mission. Several hours later, the group was nearing Tazuna's house after crossing the sea as Naruto pulled a kunai and tossed it. As the group saw a bunny, a white rabbit jumped out. Sakura hounded Naruto for almost killing the cutest rabbit ever. While that was going on, Kakashi realized that the bunny was a replacement as he was on high alert. "Get down," he said, as Naruto grabbed Sakura and pushed her to the ground, as Sasuke grabbed the bridge builder, as Kakashi kneeled down as well, as a huge sword clean over their head and stabbed into a tree. As the group watched as a man appear on the hilt of his blade. No wonder the Demon Brothers fail. Facing off against the copy ninja, Kakashi Hatake, are known as Sharingan no Kakashi. Sharingan no Kakashi? Does that mean, Sasuke thought, as he looked at Kakashi who stood up. Zabuza Momokai, also known as the Demon of Hidden Mist, said Kakashi. As Kakashi spoke as if he was uninterested in Zabuza. Well, I have to ask, what is it that you want? Nothing too big, just the old man's head. If you give up, I won't kill you all. Protect the bridge builder of your life, said Kakashi, as he was talking to his team, as he lifted up the headband. Form a manji formation around him and do not join this fight. He's out of your league, he's a Jonin 11 ninja. As the group did as they were instructed as they surrounded Tazuna. As Kakashi showed his 3-totem Sharingan in his left eye. This got various reactions, as Sakura was wondering if Kakashi was a Uchiha. As Naruto deduced that Kakashi had this all along, as he was always telling Sasuke things that revolve around him awakening the Sharingan and also quirks about it. But Sasuke was an eternal wreck. How did he acquire the Sharingan? He was no Uchiha. He shouldn't have that eye, it's a birthright. As Sasuke had some questions for Kakashi. Oh, the Sharingan so soon? I'm honored, said Zabuza. Well then, let's get to this. As he vanished, as he appeared on top of the lake with his huge sword. As he landed with the half-ram seal. Hidden in the mist technique, he said. As a heavy blanket of mist surrounded the area as it got thick. 8 choices: lungs, liver, spine, jugular vein, carotid artery, brain, kidney, or heart. Which do you want to die by? Zabuza asked as his voice echoed in the mist. It was like he was everywhere. As a booming killing intent washed over the area. As Tazuna nearly crapped himself, he was a civilian, not trained to handle this. As Sakura was shaking as she was scared out of her mind, but she believed that Kakashi-sensei would save them. Meanwhile, Naruto seemed calm on the outside, but inside he was a bit panicked. But Sasuke was getting affected the worst, as this killing intent brought back memories of Itachi and that night. As Sasuke started to get scared, he pulled out a kunai to end his own life. Don't worry, Sasuke, Kakashi said, snapping him from what he was doing. As he put his hand on Ram's seal as a shroud of blue chakra surrounded him. That maneuver cleared the air in a 15-foot diameter, clearing the mist from his team so they could see him. I promise to protect you guys in my life. Nothing bad would happen, he said as he gave him an eye smile. Sure about that, said Zabuza, as he appeared in front of Sasuke, as he looked down on them. But Kakashi moved with brilliant speed as he drove a kunai right through Zabuza's back, as Zabuza burst into water, a water clone. Suddenly Zabuza appeared behind Kakashi and sliced him in half. But that was just a clone. It's over, said Kakashi as he appeared behind Zabuza, ready to slit his throat if he moved. As Kakashi wasn't ready for another Zabuza to appear behind him, and the one in front of him dissolved into water. I am not that easy to take down, he said as he swung to cleave Kakashi in half. Kakashi blocked the swing, but Zabuza brought up his leg and kicked Kakashi straight over to the water as Kakashi flipped in mid-air and landed down. As Zabuza vanished in the sunshine and appeared above Kakashi. As Zabuza already completed the hand signs for his jutsu. Water prison. As Kakashi found himself being trapped in a water prison, trapping Kakashi. Zabuza then created another water clone as he looked at the people in front of him. Kakashi, I gave you the chance to run. But no, you stayed, so now I'm going to allow you the privilege of seeing me kill your students and the bridge builder and then kill you. As the clone walked towards Genin slowly. Run! Get out of here! Leave me! Protect the client! Run! Said Kakashi. But Naruto then spoke. Why should we run? First of all, the first thing you taught us was to never abandon your comrades. And I am not a scum. None of us are worse than scum, Naruto said. And he's a Jonin, you said that after all. So if we run, he would find us. So why not fight him now? Sakura, stay with Tazuna. Sasuke, you ready to do this? As Sasuke activated Sharingan, signaling that he was ready. As Naruto tossed several shurikens at the real Zabuza, but his clone blocked them. Any shuriken that plants a clone, Zabuza blocked them with his free hand. As Naruto looked over at Sasuke, as he whispered, he cannot move from that. From what I've seen, his hand had to stay in that ball, or else it will free Kakashi. So we just have to get him out. Now let's go. The both of them dashed forward. As Zabuza clone started to chuckle as he was defending himself against the two brats. As he brought up his foot and kicked Sasuke, but Sasuke put his hand at X motion but he pushed him back same way. As Naruto jumped back going through hand sign, Earth style, Earth Dragon Bullet. As he spat out some mud that quickly rose to form a huge dragon's head. As the dragon fired off several bullets at Zabuza's clone, which he blocked with his massive sword. However, upon blocking the last bullet, he noticed that the blonde vanished and the Uchiha was standing there with a huge Fuma shuriken. As Sasuke threw the shuriken, but the clone realized it wasn't headed for him but the Zabuza in the back. But the original Zabuza caught it as he chuckled. But he was surprised when he saw another shuriken in the shadow of the first. He jumped over the shuriken and displayed of quick reaction. Too easy, he said. But he couldn't react fast enough when the shuriken poof, water style, water bullet, Naruto said, as he came out of the smoke and fired off a water bullet that smashed into Zabuza's back as it pushed him right out of the water spear. He jumped back a distance as the water spear failed, meaning that Kakashi was free. He cursed as he looked at Naruto with a murdering intent. He still had the first Fuma shuriken in his hand as he tossed it at the blonde, but in a split second, it was grabbed out of the air by Kakashi with a murderous glare on his face as he turned his full attention towards Zabuza. Nice job you guys, said Kakashi. Huh, so what? They just got lucky, said Zabuza, trying to downplay that he just got bested and outwitted by two Genins. Don't flatter yourself, you were forced to drop it, as he tossed the Fuma shuriken at Zabuza, as Zabuza simply jumped out of the way, as he sped through hand sign. As the both of them went through hand sign at the same time, doing the same jutsu as they shouted at the same time, water style, water dragon bullet technique, as two huge water dragons appear and cancel each other out when they clash. How did that happen? The Sharingan allowed the user to copy, but he did it at the same time. What is going on? Thought Zabuza. That was until he noticed that Kakashi was behind him, already finishing his set of hand signs. Water style, great waterfall technique. A huge torrent of water drilled into Zabuza's back as he was sent flying as he slammed into a tree. As soon as he hit it, 4 kunais pinned Zabuza down. How are you doing that? Said Zabuza. Can you? But Kakashi interrupted him. See the future? Yes, and your future is death. As he walked over to finish the job, but 2 Senbon needles struck Zabuza in the neck as his head keeled over. You are right, his future was death, said the hunter Nin. Allow me to dispose of his body somewhere else, so your Genins don't have to watch. As the hunter Nin disappeared in a swirling mist. Well, anyway, said Kakashi as he turned around looking back at his Genin team. As he covered his left eye back up. Tazuna, we're almost to your house, right? As Tazuna nodded. Alright, Naruto, you're on carrying duty. Naruto looked confused until Kakashi collapsed. As Sakura rushed over and performed a diagnostic jutsu, as he was only experiencing chakra exhaustion and he would be fine in a couple of days. With that, Naruto and his clones picked up Kakashi as they continued their trail towards Tazuna's house. Eventually, right before they made it inside, Naruto voiced his concerns. Zabuza is still alive, he said. The next morning, Kakashi was left at home to recover from his chakra exhaustion, as he confirmed Naruto's suspicions of Zabuza being alive though it will take him at least a week to recover from his injuries. So for the day, the rest of Team 7 followed Tazuna to the bridge to protect him. It was a boring day until that night when they all were having dinner. "You're all going to die, you know," said Inari. The comment came out of nowhere and everyone was surprised, as Naruto was the first to respond. "No, we're not. I am too awesome to die before becoming Hokage, and so is my team. Gato is going to murder you all for trying to stop him, just like Kaiza," said Inari. As he started to tear up, remembering Kaiza, the first to stand up to Gato, and was killed for it. "No, I doubt it," Naruto said. "We will protect your grandfather with our life." "Just watch it, kid," Naruto said with a smile. "Stop smiling. You don't know what pain is. You don't know what suffering is. You probably live a cozy life in that ninja village of yours," Inari said, as he saw the smile quickly vanish from Naruto's face. "Listen, so, what? Your life is bad now. Get over it, kid. People have had worse. You still have a mother and grandfather who love and take care of you. A warm house to live in and a meal every night. You have no idea what it's like to suffer." As the group looked at him, as they saw Naruto's demeanor change really quickly. "I know a guy who lost his whole family in one night to his own brother. There is also a guy whose whole village hate him because of something he cannot control, and his existence was ignored since birth. But you know what? They didn't mope like you all day long. They got up and did something so they could move forward in their life." As Naruto put his utensils down as he got up from the table, "Sensei, I need to blow off some steam. I'll be in the forest training," Naruto said. As Naruto vanished in the sunshine, it was quiet until Sakura spoke. Kakashi Sensei, the first person Naruto was talking about was Sasuke, right? Who is the second one?" "The other one is Naruto," said Kakashi. "What? He always seems so happy. How could he have a terrible life like that?" "Indeed, he has, Sakura. Naruto had a pretty rough life until the Hokage stepped in. He's done so much to gain the villagers' love, but it's hard to change people's viewpoints. Maybe one day all of that will change. Though it has gotten better in recent years," said Kakashi. "What could Naruto be hated for?" thought Sasuke. The next morning with Naruto, Naruto had fallen asleep in the forest as he was sprawled out, snoring. An extremely beautiful girl in a pink dress with long black hair and chocolate brown eyes walked into the clearing where Naruto was occupied. Upon noticing Naruto snoring, she decided to wake him up. But as soon as she stepped forward, he lunged at her as he pinned her to the ground, the kunai at her throat. As he saw what he's doing, he removed it quickly. "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to attack you. It's just that this country has a bad crime rate," he said, as he put his kunai away and removed himself. Such pretty eyes, she thought, as she saw a hand in front of her, as she took it as he helped her up. "I understand completely. Wave is a violent place. My name is Haku. Nice to meet you." "Naruto, a pleasure to meet you, Haku. What are you doing here all alone? You said you knew how dangerous this place was," said Naruto, as he was confused by her logic. "Oh, my friend needs medical attention, and there's some herbs around here. Want to help me pick them?" she said with a small smile. "Of course, just tell me which ones, and I'll get them for you," Naruto said, giving her a smile back. Haku pointed them out as Naruto started to grab them and place them in the basket. "Are you a ninja?" Haku said. "Why do you ask?" "I noticed that your figure was suited for combat," Haku said. "Well, there are plenty of people with body like mine that are just regular civilians. But yes, I am one." "I thought so. Do you have something precious to protect? True strength come from when you have someone precious to protect," said Haku, thinking about her precious person which she need to protect. "I do. My village and my friends are all precious to me, and I will protect them with my life. But you should know something, Haku. We're going to face an extremely powerful foe named Zabuza. He's trying to kill us," Naruto said, as Haku gasped. "But don't worry, my team already find him, and they're about to kill him now," Naruto said, as he was watching Haku with a critical gaze. Upon seeing Haku stiffen, Naruto knew that he had her. "I wish it was only that easy," Naruto said, as Haku relaxed at the news. "True, Naruto," she said. "Thank you for your help, but I need to get these back to my friend," she said, as she started to walk off. She then stopped. "Oh, by the way, I'm a boy." But Naruto looked at her. "No, you're not," he said. "I'm a ninja, remember? I noticed you have on chest bindings, and you have on bindings over your body to hide your figure." And remember I got you pinned down earlier, and my leg was in your business. Either you have a weird boy part, or that was a lady part that pressed into me near to say with a smile, as Haku blushed, as she didn't realize how close they were. Seems I can't fool you. Well then, I have to go now. See you in the future, Naruto, she said as she walked off. Hey, tell Zabuza. Hi for me, said Naruto. I know that you're that hunter Nin. You fooled us all back there with that trick. I could have killed you earlier with that kuna and be done with it. But I didn't want to kill such a beautiful girl like yourself. Especially since I cannot sense you wanted to kill me or my friends, even when I told you that we killed Zabuza. So please do not ruin this chance. Do not come back for the old man, and no one will die. We could even become friends. But, Naruto said, as his face turned deadly serious, if you come to kill the old man or my friends again, I will not hesitate, Naruto said, as he walked away. Haku stood still. Naruto figured out everything in just a few minutes. He had easily deduced who she was and everything. He could have killed her when he first pressed that kuna in her throat, and there was nothing she could do about it. Figured that she was a girl, sensing that she didn't want to kill. She had to tell Zabuza about this boy. This was a troublesome news. 6 days later, the week passed with no incident, as Kakashi recovered a few days ago and began accompanying his Genin to the bridge. Today was a day that Gato would strike. However, Naruto wasn't there, as he thought that Tsunami would be attacked to get to Tazuna. As Naruto was currently sitting down on the couch, he heard a scream as he quickly jumped out as he went to find out what was it. As Naruto arrived to see Tsunami tied out by a rope and Inari being pinned down to the ground by a man who had his foot on Inari's back with a large sword over his shoulder. Temple of Nirvana technique, Naruto said. The thugs were laughing as it was easy to take the bridge builder family, and they could get the man now rather easily until they noticed white feathers as they started to feel sleepy. They looked confused until the both of them passed out in a deep slumber. Tsunami and Inari looked confused. What just happened? Why did those thugs just fall asleep at that? Their question became answered when Naruto landed between them. Told you I'm awesome, Naruto said. Now I will have to go and help my friends. As he went through hand sign, rock clone technique, as he created 4 rock clones. My clones will keep you safe until it's all over. Inari, if they need it, help protect your mom. It's time to stop moping. You need to become the next one to stand up to Gato around here. With that, Naruto vanished with the Shunshin. Back on the bridge, a battle broke out as soon as they arrived, as Kakashi went out to face Zabuza, as Sakura was guarding Tazuna, while Sasuke was facing off against the Hunter Nin. Sasuke was dismantling the Hunter Nin in Taijutsu, as he had a clear advantage with that part, with his Sharingan especially. You're good and fast, your eyes allow you to change and move around in battle, but I wonder, can you keep up with my true speed? Said the Hunter Nin as she placed her hand on a unique hand sign. Demonic Ice Mirrors. Sasuke then found himself trapped, as he was surrounded by a dome of ice mirrors, as he saw the Hunter Nin slip into one of them, as an image of her appeared in all of them. After a moment, Sasuke had to dodge a barrage of Senbon needles. Sasuke still managed to get jabbed by 2 of them in the shoulders and 2 in the leg. Sasuke stood up, fire trump ice, so he was going to simply melt them, fire style. Fireball jutsu, he said, as he sent a massive wave of flames. But he was surprised the mirror was only slightly melted at the corners, but it then regenerated right in front of his eyes. That jutsu level would do you no justice here, she said. I need to end this now before I become tired and slow down, Haku thought, as she fired another wave of Senbon towards Sasuke that would surely finish him. I am sorry, Naruto, but I have to follow Zabuza-sama wishes. Wind style! Great breakthrough! All of the Senbons were blown away. You okay, Sasuke? Naruto asked, as his eyes were locked on Haku, well, at least her reflection. Sasuke merely grunted in response. These mirrors are tough, my fire cannot melt them. We might have been able to break one if you had stayed outside, but it's too late for that now. She's too fast to let you out of here without a fight. Hello, Naruto, your arrival is right on time, but in here is my domain, where I remain supreme, Haku said, as she started to rain down Senbons again. As Naruto and Sasuke were dodging them with ease, As Naruto got tired of dodging, it was time to end this. "Haku, it's over," he said, as he flared his chakra. As it was instantaneous, as the mirrors started to crack, all fighting stopped even outside because of the sudden boom of chakra. As Sakura was feeling the power behind that, as she hoped that was on their side because she couldn't see through the mist. As Kakashi and Zabuza stopped, as Kakashi grew scared, thinking that Kyuubi was breaking out. But he then realized it was Naruto. He had control because his chakra was reigning supreme. As Zabuza started to feel fear for Haku, she could not handle this much power. Meanwhile, Sasuke was staring at Naruto's back as he never saw this. After 3 years of training and being friends, Naruto still had tricks up his sleeve. Where was this amount of power coming from? As it was in that moment he realized how the gap between him and Naruto was big. Naruto was amazing. Meanwhile, Haku was shocked as he broke all of her mirrors in seconds. With just flaring his chakra, it seems like he was right, he was going to hesitate if she attacked his friends. "Sasuke, shoot a fireball at 10 o'clock," Naruto said, as Sasuke did as he was instructed. But Haku knew that even in their cracked state, her mirrors can stand up to Sasuke's attack. But she was surprised to see an entire corner obliterated by Sasuke's jutsu. "How?" she said in shock. Fire Style Supernova is a beautiful combination jutsu of Sasuke Fireball and my Great Wind Breakthrough. "It's pretty powerful and now we know this fight is over," said Naruto as he channeled a bit of Kurama's chakra. He vanished in a blur as he appeared in front of the mirror that Haku was in. Haku had no time as she tried to jump to another mirror, but Naruto grabbed her leg and smashed her in that mirror as he tossed her to the ground, as she skidded on the ground a bit as she got back to her feet. Right when she looked up, a fist connected with her chin. A powerful fist that sent her even further back. As he then sunshin right in front of her face, its fist pulled back as he smashed his fist right in that mass. As Haku was sent sailing as she collapsed downwards, as Naruto knew that he broke the mass. He then walked over as he kneeled down right beside Haku was on the ground. "Why, Haku? Why would you work for Zabuza when he's trying to dam a whole village by killing the bridge builder? For an evil man. You're not like this, so why would you go so far?" Naruto asked. "Zabuza gave me purpose. I was an orphan when he found me. He trained me to be his tool and I failed him. I am broken and I am no longer useful to my master. I can no longer aid my master in his goal of taking down Kira Mitsukage to keep him from killing off all the bloodline users in my home. Zabuza isn't that bad to do that, Naruto. Zabuza feels like his home is more important than the country. I'm sure that you would do the same for Konoha. Now, please kill me," Haku said. As Naruto was shocked to hear what Zabuza's real goal was, as he thought that Zabuza was just out to get some money and didn't care by the people he affected and hurt. But after hearing Haku's answer, Naruto found a solution to solve all of this. "No, I won't kill you. Besides, I won't kill my friends," Naruto said. "And if you die here, you won't go home and help Zabuza regain your homeland. Now get your pretty buns up. We have to go save your sensei before Kakashi kills him." As Haku looked at him speechless, as those kind, gentle eyes came back again, as her body felt rejuvenated after looking into them. As Haku took Naruto's hand, as she was blushing from feeling Naruto's warmth, as they set out to find Zabuza. As Sasuke stood there in disbelief. What the hell? Was I forgotten? How the hell does he know that Hunter Nin's name? And she's a girl? I would have been defeated by a girl if Naruto hadn't come? I need to train harder. I won't let Naruto stay so far ahead of me, Sasuke thought. Meanwhile, Kakashi trapped Zabuza, as Zabuza was pinned down by 9 dogs, as Kakashi was about to end it when a yellow flash appeared in between them. "Yo, Sensei," Naruto said, as Haku appeared a few moments after him. "Hello, Naruto. It seems you reached a compromise. Care to explain?" "Well, I came in to save Sasuke, though I'm sure he could have won if the match lasted longer. I defeated Haku when she told me about Zabuza's goal. Zabuza is actually fighting for a good cause. He wants to end the reign of the 4th Mizukage," finished Naruto as Kakashi looked over at Zabuza. "I thought he was doing this just for money." So what are you trying to say we should do, Naruto? Asked Kakashi. I say we let them go after Tazuna complete the bridge. Killing them now will be unnecessary, as it's clear they can't defeat us. But Naruto then turned as he felt over 250 chakra signatures approaching the bridge. As Haku and Zabuza stared at Naruto, wondering what he was looking at. He's a censor. Someone is coming, said Kakashi, as they then saw them. As the group appeared, with a short man at the front as he was clapping. Gato, what are you doing here? Said Zabuza, with Kakashi's dog still on him. It seems that name you got was just a stupid name. Demon of the Mist, and yet you can't complete a single mission. And even if you had, I would have simply ended your life anyway. What do I look like being a punk like you? So I waited till you all were tired, and now, my thugs will end all of you. And dispose of the bridge builder and stop all of this, Gato said, with a mad chuckle. It seems we're no longer enemies, Kakashi. Kakashi nodded as his ninja dogs vanished. But Zabuza was pretty roughed up though and couldn't use his arms at the moment. He looked at Naruto. Hey kid, spear a kunai. Sure, Naruto said, as long as I get to use your sword. Zabuza chuckled at Naruto, naive, intent. He couldn't pick up that sword for someone his size. And even if he couldn't have the strength to use it. Sure, whatever kid, I just need it back after we're done, said Zabuza in a sarcastic tone, as he caught Naruto's kunai in his teeth. As Kakashi lowered his headband, he wouldn't need it for this fight. As Haku also stepped forward, as Sasuke appeared as well, willing to take his frustration out now. Naruto walked over as he picked up the sword. Damn, he said, as he channeled his chakra, but he picked it up. As Naruto stood in the middle, with Sasuke and Kakashi to his left, and Zabuza and Haku to his right. Alright, let's go wild, he said. 2 days later, how did Zabuza kill the most people and even Gato with no arms? That's outrageous, Naruto said, as he was talking about the battle a few days ago. I'm good like that kid, said Zabuza. Well, Kakashi, it seems me and Haku are done from doing this kind of business. Maybe we will go to see how Kiri is doing. It's been a decade since I left. The Bloodline Rebels may have an organized front that we can join. Until next time, Zabuza, hopefully on friendlier terms, said Kakashi as he waved goodbye. Zabuza then turned to Naruto. Kid, you could have let us be killed. And for that I say, you suck as a ninja. As Zabuza saw Naruto slump over and fall in a depression. Could this kid not take a joke? But you're a hell of a person and I'm glad to call you a friend. Thank you for giving us a chance to live. Maybe one day I'll teach you how to use a sword. Just ask and I'll try to arrange something. Until then, don't be a punk ass. And with that, him and Naruto share a fist bump. Naruto-kun, thank you so much. I don't know what would have happened. I could have died. Zabuza-sama could have died. But none of that happened because you're such a forgiving person. Thank you for the chance that we didn't deserve. I hope to see you in the future sometimes. She then got bold as she hugged him. Naruto hugged her back, eyed the same. See you later, and kick some ass in the war, he said as they broke apart. As Naruto then turned as he saw his team already walking away. Hey guys, wait up, he said. As he was trying to reach his team, he didn't get to hear the naming of Tazuna's bridge. The Great Naruto Bridge. Time skip. 2 months later. It had been an eventful month for Team 7. They went on 5 more C ranks, and also a B rank. 3 of their C ranks were simply escorting missions, no ninja contact like the wave mission. The other were eradicating bandit camps, and the B rank mission was a missing nin, as Kakashi dealt with him perfectly. As their first kill for the eradication of the bandit camps, Kakashi knew that he had to find a way to make it not so horrible for them, so he got them 3 beautiful baby birds, as he demanded all of them to kill the birds, or D ranks, for the rest of their life. With a heavy heart, except for Sasuke acting indifferent on the outside, Team 7 killed the baby birds. So when it came to the eradication of the bandit camp, it wasn't so hard on them. Team 7 Genin also progressed greatly in that time span. Sakura progressed mainly in medical ninjutsu. She could heal light injuries with ease now and became a very important member of Team 7, more so than ever due to her abilities of a medic. Sasuke progressed as well as he strengthened his taijutsu. as he got faster, as he needed his body to keep up with his eyes, mainly because Naruto still exploited that in their spars. He also owned his fire release and Sharingan genjutsu. He tried hard to gain the third Tomo in his eyes, but they haven't come yet. As Naruto did amazing in 2 months, as Tenzo made contact with him again, since they became Team 7. As a result, he taught Naruto the jutsu that made Hashirama so great, the 10th Edict of Enlightenment. The power to tame tail beasts, to suppress their power. As Naruto learned the jutsu by the end of the first month, and he was only getting better at it. As his speed at using the Shunshin as well reached a new level. As low-level Jonin and Chonins would have incredible difficulty when fighting Naruto when he was using Shunshin in battles. As Kakashi knew that his team was ready for the Chunin exams, as Naruto was probably at Jonin level, or low Jonin you could say. Sakura, it would take some luck for her, but she was getting good, and Sasuke was already a Chunin in his eyes because of the boy's strength level already. As a result, his team received his recommendation for the Chunin exams tomorrow. But guys, to be in this episode right here, if you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn the bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends in your social media platform. But for now, I'm out of here guys. Peace.